4, 3, 2, 1.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Ulf Carl with you. おかえりなさいませ、マイダーリン。この格好？かわいいかわいいリルサンタだよ。
Boobies.
Because that is what matters for Christmas. Wolf Girl with you.
Oh Lord.
I told you I had a special Christmas opener. And I finally got to that part in my game. I'm like, here we go. Record.
Oh Lord.
Do not hate the most adorable
I'm not
girl.
I knew what it was as soon as it popped up. It's like, is he gonna go all the way? And then it's like, we are danger close to getting banned.
Danger. I'm artillery. We're always danger close. Danger close is what we do, baby.
You're not kidding.
Yeah. Listen. There was when our very first run in Iraq. I'm gonna do a quick Iraq story because it was also around Christmas time when we went over there. Very often when people are like, man, it looks like an atom bomb went off here. How are you guys okay? And like without missing a beat, Sergeant Turner turns. He goes, do you know how an artilleryman makes sure he doesn't end up getting hurt when an A bomb goes off? And they go, no, we are the A bomb.
Not wrong.
And it's like, there you go.
Also, Christmas story. We're doing some sort of when I was a kid at Arena. I say kid, I was a teenager. Because I was actually on the gun crew. I'm sitting there smoking a pipe by the powder box, right? Trying to stay warm.
Oh no.
And someone comes over, sees me hanging there, lights up a modern cigarette, right?
Mm-hmm.
And without the pipe falling out of my mouth, I knock the cigarette out of his hand, stomp it out, and start screaming at him about smoking near the powder box.
See, for us, you can listen. You never let the depressed people be in charge of the powder area, because you'd see them start smoking in there, and you're like, if I yell at him, he's just gonna do it some more, and he's gonna be more dangerous about it.
So the guy's like, wait, why are you smoking near the powder box? And then one of the older reenactors like, you see how the pipe hasn't left his mouth as he's screaming at you? He knows what he's doing.
Like, we're fine. All right. God, there's so much going on. There's so much going on in the world this week.
Where do we want to start?
I don't even. Let's start with something minor that doesn't actually matter. That's not in our thing, because I thought it wouldn't really matter. What the hell did I? We were talking about this earlier in the week.
Oh yeah. Being a boomer and forgetting you have pants does not make you a pervert.
Yes, Vic Mignogna. That's what it was. So
if he had fucked up, he wouldn't have gone back to the same podcast a week later.
Yeah, like it was
the same people.
It was very clearly a, oops, my camera fell. Ah, fuck, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
And listen, I get it, because I have done this podcast pantsless, but the difference is I turned off my camera whenever I got up.
Yeah.
It's like, are you wearing pants, Darren? I'll decide that later. Especially when it's hot.
I am, how do I put it, psychotic about making sure that I'm properly dressed when I'm on when I'm on camera, because I've seen someone someone get fired for forgetting they have pants. Like, oh, I'm remoting in. I have my shirt and tie on. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Forget to turn off the camera. Oh, that's a dong.
At least have on underwear. At least have on underwear. Like, put on some boxers, dude.
Like, I've
what's
seen that people forget in the workplace, and it's usually older men who forget about it, right?
Yeah.
If a young women also do it, but
they have that pussy privilege.
Yes. But it's usually like an older guy who forgets is like, oh crap, now I gotta go deactivate accounts.
Now, what's interesting about this is CBR made an article about this, and I can't find that article anymore.
Oh.
But the one on Anime News Network is still there. So I'm thinking to myself, CBR probably put up their article, and then legal probably went, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because and Anime News Network doesn't have legal.
Well, they do now. Their parent company does.
I'm pretty sure. And here's the issue: Katakoa does not like anyone messing with voice actors or seiyus or anything like that. They don't want any of that. They don't want that. So I'm pretty sure.
But he's out, so they don't give a shit.
He's doing his own thing where they're taking. Remember, he's part of the anime Matsuri thing.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Like, I've tried to follow that, but
finding information on that's really hard. I'm pretty sure they're just not there yet. They probably just did a announcement, and then we'll probably hear about it in a year.
That doesn't surprise me. I hope they're successful. I hope they mostly because of who they're working with and what they're bringing over.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, this is a lot of obscure shit, but it's a lot of good shit, and they're gonna bring over. It looks if they keep doing this, they're gonna bring over a lot of older shit that's good but obscure, but like paved the way. And eventually that it's like their second or third release would be Anne of Green Gables.
See, that'd be cool.
And Anne of Green, if you know anything about anime, it is a fucking shame we don't have Anne of Green Gables here in the US.
It's a little annoying. And another thing I would like to see is
it's not necessarily an adult show, but it's like that. Lots of big names worked on that.
Another thing I would like to see is I'm really tired of Japan yelling at me about pirating Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. I'm like, listen, if you brought it over here, I would buy it.
I would buy it.
But you don't. So, like, dog, I understand you're mad at me for taking your stuff, but at the same time, just if you gave it to me, bring it over. I would buy it. Like, I
mean, especially I know they want to have they don't want to kill Power Rangers, but
Kamen Rider is not Power Rangers, and Kamen Rider is entirely different. It's entirely
different. Kamen Rider is different, but
Super Sentai and Go Rangers, I get, but you can bring over Kamen Rider, and there's lots of really good Kamen Rider series. I think I was watching Kamen Rider Geets. I think it was Geets, where they're in like this Kamen Rider tournament, and like the old Kamen Riders who died are zombies who can transform into Kamen Riders, and I'm like, this is good. I'm enjoying this. It's got and like Kamen Rider gets real dark sometimes. Like Black Sun is really dark.
Oh, speaking of
dark stuff.
No. Speaking of Sentai shows, I lost track of the Anno Shin Ultraman movie.
Oh, it's coming out soon. Very, very soon.
No, it's coming out in the US while I'm in Japan, which means I missed it. Which means I'm missing it.
I guess I'm watching it while you're gone.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm watching Ava 4 in the theater, which I treated like SEC football, by the way. Because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch the Zip should be good this year. No, they only win one game. So it's like, well, I gotta do something during bowl season. So I go to Ava 4. I'm sitting in the parking lot by myself drinking moonshine out of a flask. I have like 4 ciders during the movie. Anyways, but in the previews they show the previews for Shin Kamen Rider coming mid-January, and it's like, oh shit.
And I think Shin Ultraman comes out next month.
That
Like it's soon.
mid-January. Shin Ultraman.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
No, you said Shin Kamen Rider.
Fuck. I'm getting my wires crossed.
There you go.
Shin Ultraman.
Yeah. Which very, very soon. And I'm just like, cool. I can't wait to see this because Ano loves Ultraman, so it'd be cool to see what he does with it because I think he did a good job with Godzilla.
He did a pretty good job with Godzilla.
You know, I would love to see what he does with Ultraman. All right, let's jump into sad news or upsetting news.
So you know that kid, Crack in the Box, who's like had multiple heart transplants,
He's
not
dying
long
of
from
cancer.
this world, dying of cancer.
Yeah.
His dying wish was like, well, before I die, I want to reach 100K.
Yeah,
And he did it. And like as part of it, like Johnny Depp put up a video on his channel, like wishing him well and all that, right? And he actually did it.
good for him.
Well, then YouTube just yeeted his channel.
Is he dead?
He's not dead. YouTube just yeeted his channel because fuck you.
Are you sure he's not dead? Because like I would probably kill myself after that.
Last we heard, he's alive.
Like that's because like that's one hell of a fuck you. And I don't. What did he do?
Apparently, like trying to like using his sickness to try to get subscribers was against YouTube rules.
Wait. So girls can put on short, low cut tops to get subscribers, but I can't say I have cancer.
Apparently, all it said was violation of Google policy.
Wait. So girls can like put their feet up against the camera like this and like show it off like that for subscribers.
Let's not talk about feet today.
Listen here, Rabbit Boy. I almost made that our thumbnail image, by the way. I just didn't have time in the day.
Oh Lord.
I was like, let's see how far this rabbit hole goes to feet.
Feet is not I do not have a foot fetish. I have a Schadenfreude fetish.
I have a tan lines fetish. It's far more tame.
I have a Schadenfreude
and
fetish.
I wish that my fetish did existed outside of hentai, and I'm like, oh, we finally have one. Nagatoro-san. I go, great, thanks. So I have porn and that bitch. But don't get me wrong, I like Nagatoro-san. It's an adorable anime.
Being bullied was already one of your fetishes.
No, being bullied is a huge turn off for me because I grew up with that shit. I'm Puerto Rican. Every woman in my family would bully me. You can't do nothing back because you're a boy. It's like, all right, well, this sucks.
Wait a minute, but you like Usagi? What's her face? What's her face? Other college girl with huge tits. Anime. Uzaki-chan.
She doesn't bully. She teases. It's entirely different. She's having fun and giggling and wants love. Nagatoro-san doesn't know what she wants. She's very confused, and so she's pushing to the limit.
Anyway,
so the point is,
YouTube did this, and what the fuck?
I don't know. YouTube is always fucking something up, and I don't know what this was and why this happened. And I feel bad for the kid, and I hope that people go out and like at Team YouTube, what the fuck? The kid has cancer. How could you do this?
Like, even if it's a technical violation, let it go.
Let this one go, guys. Like this is not a winning subject.
No.
Look, I don't know why you would do this. This is not a winning subject.
No.
All right. Well, what's next?
Also, we already mentioned it. Shout out to Pipkin Pippa for reaching 100K subs.
Good for her.
And having 8,000 simultaneous viewers last night.
All screaming for feet.
I watched that stream. It was hilarious. What was even funnier was she ended the stream, right? and she's like, I'm gonna go to one. I'm gonna start a raid to one of my I'm gonna do a raid to one of my one of the persons in the company who's much better than me. Don't be weird. Don't bring up feet at all. So she turns on the raid. Right? And the person was about to end their stream. The other VTuber
Right.
was about to end their stream, right? And they see comments like, "Oh yeah, Pippa had her 100K stream today. How were the feet?"
Don't be weird. Being weird immediately.
And then spends 3 hours asking her chat to rate Pippa's feet. The only thing funnier was to make everyone suffer. Pippa asked for a feat from her fans, right? And Pippa's got an eclectic group of fans.
See, I would be very careful about that because you won't be there. But I have a new joke for our introductions, and it involves the one time I accidentally said that I have control of the KatsuCon 21 Plus party Discord.
Oops.
And the only way in is to send us a dick pic. First of all, there were only 50 people in that room. Second of all, I got over 2,000 dick pics that day. And I was just like, how? Why?
Anyway, so like, because of her fan base, about a third of the pics were just like, oh, I'm gonna just show a feet, and I'm gonna put my feet against my AR. Or I'm gonna put a feet against my expensive rifle just to show off. And Bo's is like, you don't really care about like, I'm not even gonna rate the feet. You're just trying to show off your rifle. I see what's going on here.
That's okay. It's all right. I've decided on a name for the morning coffee and donut get together, calling it Morning Cosplay Coffee and Donuts. A little alliteration. I would have said coffee, cosplay coffee and croissants, but I'm not buying croissants. I'm buying donuts because Dunkin' Donuts is close by.
It ain't that far. Anyway, so let's get into tech news.
Tech news.
A bunch of Twitter files just dropped.
Twitter files 2 through 5 dropped since we last talked.
Yeah.
And much like Tim Pool, I'm also annoyed that most of this shit drops on the weekend when I'm trying to do something else.
Yeah, when I'm in the middle of other shit.
Like, I think like number 4 dropped Saturday night while I was having dinner, and like I'm trying to pay attention to someone else, and I'm also getting Twitter files. I'm like, what is? And then Monday, I think probably one of the journalists was like, you put things out on the weekend to die, right?
Yeah.
You put things at the beginning of the week for people to talk about them, because they started Twitter Files 5 on Monday. I think 2 through 4 was just to build like, this is what's going on. Here's all the background. And then it was Twitter Files 5, which was essentially, so Trump broke no rules. They still banned him.
Yeah.
Here's the proof. And I will say this 100 times over. I don't care. I care very much so that they banned a sitting president. I don't care if you hate Trump. Whatever. I don't care. My general feeling on Trump is best president of my lifetime, which is such a low bar.
It's a low bar.
It's a really low bar. Because I've had George Bush, Obama, and then Trump. And now I have Biden. And out of those 4, yeah.
There was the dope from Hope before then.
I wasn't voting then.
Neither was I.
So I don't count presidents I don't vote for. What the hell say that I have?
Anyways,
that like people are like you were born when Bill Clinton was around. I wasn't voting. I was.
Well, I didn't vote. I didn't vote till 2012, so I can't count Bush.
Obama was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Kind of bad.
We're gonna solve all these problems. Hope and change. Problems get worse.
Only got worse from there. But
we're gonna get out. We're gonna get out of the Mideast. Drones strike left and right. Drones
I
striking American citizens.
I didn't vote for Bush the first time, but the second time I was like, well, here we are. People are like, who are you gonna vote for? I'm like, probably Bush. Why? Because the other guy keeps talking about cutting military spending, and I'm already here.
You're already here.
First of all, I'm already here. Second of all, I'm putting this Humvee armor on. It's just sheet metal that I'm putting on with a welding torch. Okay, I don't want this to go lower. What's next? Canvas? No, thank you.
So, fun story about that. So, because of that, we bought a whole lot of I forget the acronym. Marine-resistant vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
The temporary replace, except they don't fulfill the role of fully fulfill the role of the Humvee, which is light scout vehicle.
Yeah,
they're too heavy because they're too armored. And they're not an APC. They're not an ABC. They don't fill the role of an APC or an IFV. Certainly not a tank. So most of them were given away to police departments because they'll do okay as SWAT vehicles, right?
Yeah.
But we bought hundreds of thousands of them, and then as soon as we finally get a bunch, we leave the Mideast. Apparently now they're going to Ukraine.
Wait, won't they just sink into the muddy, swampy soil of? Okay,
yes. But it's better than what it's like. Ukraine is getting those, and Russia is putting together old Soviet trucks from duct tape.
That might work better, honestly. Let's be honest about that. That might work better.
There's lots of weird shit going on in that war. Like they just got a shipment of a bunch of British civilian SUVs that were going to be scrapped but are still running.
I don't
And apparently those are saving lives because Russian snipers are sniping towards where the driver's position is in most of the world, but not in the British world. And they've been putting dummies in the seats. It's like, oh yeah, we just took out the driver. Wait, the car is still running because they targeted the wrong side of the car.
That's just a bad spotter. That's what that is.
Well, they were being lazy. It's like, oh, we've got two people in the car. Let's take out the driver. And they were confused which side the driver was on.
That's just a bad spotter. Anyway, let's so Twitter Files Part 5 is essentially showing that, I'll say it again, Trump did nothing wrong. He was banned for no reason, and that this was done by Miss Scotty. And that it was kicked up to her because everyone's like, I don't think this is an escalation. What do you, I think this is an escalation, but I'm not sure. What do you think? And it kept being pushed up because some people said no, some people said yes.
Yeah.
And it was literally the tweet saying to the 75 million American or patriots, thank you, blah, 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 et cetera, go home. Yeah. And people are like, see, look, he's calling for whatever. I'm going, he said 75 million patriots. He's
talking about the people who voted for him.
That's literally the number of people who voted for him.
Yeah.
That's literally like he's not, there's no specific group there. There's no specific number gives you exactly who he's talking to.
The people who voted for him, and it says go home.
Yes. It says go home. Be peaceful, we'll do our best. And I'm like, all right, okay, fine. He's taking the knee. All right. Sucks. Whatever. And then I think that then the next one was, I'm not going to the January 20th inauguration. Stop asking. Yeah. No, it was to the people who are asking me, I, Donald Trump, am not going to the inauguration. No. I'm going to go somewhere else with hookers and blackjack. Have you seen my wife? Her tits are amazing. Check out Playboy. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, what the fuck is MILF Island trending?
I'm so happy Twitter is healing. Twitter is healing. Twitter is healing.
Like you said, you started doing that. My eyes just, my eyes just slide over, and it's like
Myth Island is trending. Twitter is healing. That's what that is. All right, so while and Twitter's File 5 also had a ton of information about Twitter's executive board meeting weekly with FBI, DNI, and DHS. So you have the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Department of
the DNI's Director of National Intelligence. DHS is Department of Homeland Security
on a weekly basis. I'm not saying I'm not sure if it's all three on the same week or like 1 week this group, 1 week the next group, 1 week the next group, and they would of course come with instructions and things. Which
look, we mention it and it changes to doxing and major announcement.
Is this because someone was like tracking Elon's private jet?
Yes.
Okay.
That's been trending. That's been trending off and on all day.
What's funny about that is
because
Elon banned him from Twitter, and I laughed. People are like, how could you? That is. I thought you were a free speech guy, and I keep saying Elon Musk is not a free speech guy. Elon Musk is just more free speech than you. If you don't shit on his floor, you're fine.
Yeah.
All you have to do is don't shit on his floor.
That's why Alex Jones isn't back. Elon thinks he shit on his floor.
Yes. That's why Ye's gone. He shat on his floor.
Yeah, that's why Gandhi's gone.
Since the Ye thing has happened, have you seen weird commercials on YouTube? Like I'm getting conflicting messages from YouTube in my ads.
I still technically pay for YouTube Premium.
Yeah. See, I don't, so I'm getting ads, and like first I'll get like, come visit Israel. It's a great place for a vacation. It's so nice. I'm like, you have to visit Tel Aviv. I go, okay. And then the next commercial is, it should not be illegal to say mean things about Israel. It is. I'm just like, I'm so confused.
Wait, you're getting ads you're getting both ads to visit
pro-Israel and anti-Israel.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're getting ads from the boycott
Israel campaign, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going? YouTube. I don't think YouTube knows where I land on this. I'll give you a hint. I like large titties, and Jewish girls have large titties. Done. All right. There's something about those great big Khazar milkers. Let me tell you. Did we discuss last week the number of Jewish girls with huge tits on Twitter who, after Ye started spouting off the mouth about Nazis?
We did do that on podcast, but we did do it on live chat.
So after Ye went crazy on Alex Jones talking about Nazis, Jewish girls on Twitter with huge racks. I mean, goddamn, were like, they said, and I quote, I can fix him. And I had an issue with that because I went, wait, so the way to get girls with large boobs is to praise an evil group of people from Germany in the 1940s?
Before you started going that way, it's like, well, yeah, he's not going to be into that because one, he's an ass man, and two, I was about to make a joke about Kim Kardashian that was probably get us banned.
I'm already skirting that danger close right now.
We're already danger close. I was like, no,
like you're watching me pull back. Like I can't go any further than this.
It's like, no, racial humor is funny, but we can't do that right now. We're danger close.
We are danger close. All right, so if you guys have not been checking out the Twitter files, check out the Twitter files. There are some very important things going on here, so much so that Robert Kennedy is adding it to his lawsuit against the national government or the federal government.
That doesn't surprise me. Has he been formally disowned yet?
Kennedy?
RFK Jr.
I don't know. I want to say yes.
Like, I know I've seen like members of the family publicly say that they're disappointed, but I haven't seen he's not one of us yet.
Well, I don't know what the Kennedy family is like. I have been told through older members of the family that the Kennedys were a lot like us, but the Kennedys took power and we went, nah. And I'm like, why didn't we take power? I don't understand. And they're like, well, you saw what happened to John and then Bobby. And I went, oh, okay. I understand now because we had just gone through that with the mafia. Got it. Okay, never mind. Right.
Anyways,
not. anyways. There was no second man on the grassy knoll. Anyways,
I have stuff to talk about, but off.
Aren't you glad I wasn't in Texas with you when you were in Dallas? You're like I'm in Dallas the next day. What should I do? Go. We should go check out where JFK was shot. Why? I have theories.
You and fucking Neil. fucking Neil, while we're down there, is like, hey, we should go price out Carcanos. And I was like, no. I want a Carcano, but no. No. Not in Dallas.
No, are you sure?
Not right now.
Anyway, what was your story? Go ahead.
No, I was saying I'll have to tell you offline.
Okay, all right.
We're
a little bit everywhere.
We're everywhere. So, moving on.
So, Sam Bankman-Fried
SBF finally got arrested.
In the Bahamas. Was he arrested by the U.S. or by Bahamian?
I think he got arrested by the Bahamas, and I see. Fuck you, Bloomberg.
It was free when I sent it. What happened? They made it charge. Whatever.
Oh, it's popular, so they paywalled it. Number one. Number two, Bloomberg knows that I have a paid for Bloomberg account that I don't know the password for, that I don't pay for, They actually get money when I use it, and fuck Bloomberg.
There you go.
Your legal research software is not any good anyway.
Is this like how I have a Bloomberg terminal card?
Something like
that. And people go, how do you use this? Well, you put it against the screen. How does that work? I don't fucking know. I just put it against the screen and then it turns on. I don't like. It's some weird security thing where the card interacts with the screen, and I go, how does that even fucking work? But whatever.
So, as a spin-off of their Bloomberg terminal business, Bloomberg also has a legal database, but it sucks. The best ones are either Lexis or Westlaw.
Well, those are the only two I ever hear lawyers talk about. So
Bloomberg's trying to break into that business because it's a side hustle too. Like, we're just as good as Westlaw, and you can get a discount because you use Bloomberg terminals to all these Wall Street law firms or law firms associated with Wall Street investment firms. You there?
I had a larger cosplay account just retweet me, and I'm thinking to myself, did I get a blue check mark? Is that why that happened?
You might have.
For those of you who do not know, Hentai Cake now has the blue check mark. So if you would like to go and support our weekly or our monthly blue check mark, it's $8 a month for hentaicake.com. We will.
I thought about getting a blue check mark for winning the war in pants, but I wanted to use a Google Voice number, and they won't let you do it.
I only used my personal number because I was like, I don't care if my personal account has the access to the extra features. It doesn't affect me. But the business could use analytics. The business could use the ability to edit tweets because sometimes I'll put something out and it doesn't mesh right.
Anything. Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I screwed up a word, whatever. So
yeah, I'm sitting there as like, well, I'm not sure I want my personal cell out there. So I'm sitting there as like, this is the number I use for business.
I feel you. Anyway, so what I find funny about this is this happened the day before he was supposed to like do a talk to Congress.
Yes.
Via telephone. He was gonna be video conferenced in because his schedule was just so very packed, and
I mean,
lovely.
he did a thing. He did a freaking thing with the New York Times during all this bullshit.
My personal favorite was Maxine Waters, who's like, "We will not be calling on Sam Bankman-Fried." I'm like, I'm sorry, you're not going to be talking to the guy who owned both businesses that caused this issue.
Yeah, excuse me.
How much did he give you?
Yeah. So
how much did he give you?
I think the Bahamas arrested him at the request of the U.S. government.
Okay.
And he's going to be extradited.
Last I checked, he was still in the Bahama jail system and was complaining that they didn't have any food for him because he's vegan.
Yes.
Which would explain why he looks so very ugly.
Yes.
I don't know what it is about vegan men, but they're either really ridiculously skinny to the point of me going like, "Are you okay?" Or they look like me and then they look even worse than me, and I go, "Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Like, eat a steak, boy. You'll be fine."
They're either like real thin, or they're meat, or they're fatter than me.
Yeah, and I'm just like, "Are you okay?"
And either way, they look sick.
Mm-hmm.
Even fucking Daniel Bryan, who like works out like a motherfucker, looks a little bit sickly.
Yes, and now vegan women can look very good, and I will say, going vegan for a while to hit that is worth it. But that first double bacon cheeseburger is better than the sex. Oh man. Like, don't get me wrong, that coochie fires out fireworks, but double bacon cheeseburger on 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh. You can tell I was in Georgia when this happened.
Yes.
They had onion rings and fucking barbecue sauce. Oh. Anyway, so maybe we will see Sam Bankman-Fried put in a nice, cushy federal prison. Possibly. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It might happen. We might also get Ghislaine Maxwell's client list. That might happen too.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
that might happen one day.
As far as I know, there is no world pedophile ring with global elites and extremely and people buying children. That's not happening. Even though we charge 2 people for it, and one of them is currently sitting in jail.
You know what the best news is, however?
That Alex Jones now owes $22 trillion.
No.
Because that shit's funny.
That is funny. But the best news is apparently the SBF sex tape was a fraud, and we don't have to watch it.
I mean, I'm kind of happy about that because I was going to watch it.
It was like,
what are you doing? I just have to know if my dick is bigger than his. I just have to know.
I just have to know.
I just have to know because I can't understand why he would have like a harem of women outside of him having a lot of money, and why he would have the ugliest chick there. And I go, really, really, like he has like the old school Siamese style. I'm the king. Your wife 1, your wife 2 style of doing shit. And I go, that sounds great in theory. In practice, I'd rather kill myself.
Yes.
All right, what's next? Great news! Women are no longer necessary.
I'm glad you beat me to it.
Listen. I have been saying this since I was 10 years old. 10 years old. I said, listen, at some point in time, we're gonna have robot girlfriends. We'll be able to clone babies. We won't need women. That's what I said at 10.
This either goes 3 ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
This either resets society because it resets society and rebalances power between genders because women aren't necessary. We go full Brave New World.
A big possibility. Or my personal favorite.
We go Gundam Seed.
There is a 4th possibility.
What's the 4th possibility?
The 4th possibility is we create a new slave class.
Oh Lord.
who then revolts against us. Which I can't remember the name of that movie. But it was an anime movie where they all lived underground. I think because of climate change. Anyway.
I remember this movie, but I can't remember like
The name.
I can't remember the name. And
Yeah.
like I remember bits and pieces, and then it melds into Gurren Lagann, and it's like, no, that's not it.
No, that's not it.
That's not it. Gurren Lagann just took some ideas from it.
That's better than me because for me it starts melding into Patema inverted. I go, that's not it. No, the girl who falls up into the air, and I go, wait a minute.
So, for those listening on the podcast, the article we're talking about is an article about an artificial womb where
Facility.
an artificial womb facility where babies can be incubated outside of the womb, outside of a woman's womb, and you can genetically engineer the baby. And I saw this and I was just like, this is the fucking plot of Gundam Seed. They're creating coordinators.
This was it. I'm like, oh yay! This was all that I needed now. Like I have a hard enough time getting a date as it is, and then we have to start adding in the perfect man. Literally.
Well, you don't need a woman if you have this.
This is true, but I also would like a wife. Like
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in the old ways of I should find a girl, I should bring her home, I should let the family decide whether or not we can trust her,
Yeah.
and then
Yes, this breaks that.
This breaks the whole process.
This breaks nature, and it's abhorrent. As much as we joke about it.
As this is not good. I'm not okay with this.
Like the scientific part of my mind, will go and say like, well, like part of the scientific part of my mind will go like, well, we grow other shit in unnatural ways. That seems to be okay. This is just, we dick with natural selection in other ways. That's fine. And then another part of my brain says, no, if we do genetic engineering, that will lead to a loss of genetic diversity, and then we're fucked.
See, for me, I look at this.
You thought COVID was bad. Wait until everyone doesn't have immunity towards it.
Whoops. My personal favorite about this entire thing is, I discussed with you before the societal technical humanists, those people. I look at this and I think to myself, we send one of these facilities into space, have all the babies have a neural link, and then we can send our data to the baby, and then after it has grown into an adult size,
I'm pretty sure we've seen this fucking movie.
We're
starting to get into Gundam Turn-A territory right there.
I believe that is the show Altered Carbon. I think that's on Prime. It might be on.
Either way, if this happens, we either get a dystopian future or we get a dystopian future with giant robots.
I'm all about giant robots, baby. Let's get this going. I'm just
like we either get a Western dystopian future with this shit and it's fucking frightening, or we get giant robot wars.
Or we get the plot to Trigon.
That's dystopian still, even though that's still dystopian, even though it's
but
that's Western dystopian, even though it's Japanese
and has guns. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Next, what's next? Let's move on to something less terrifying, please.
Less terrifying. This should have gone in with FTX stuff, but we're in video game news now.
Okay, what is this? This is
yes.
Again. Was it last week or the week before where we had Square Enix employees getting arrested for insider trading?
I think it was the week before, and now it's happened again.
The exact same guys.
So Parasat the Asahi newspaper, Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office rearrested former Square Enix employees for insider trading related to Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier,
which is a different MMO or not MMO, different mobile game.
Another mobile game that failed massively.
My problem is, and will continue to be this: don't get caught, you idiots. Like, I've it's always funny. People like
never on paper, always in cash.
Always in cash.
You would think they would know that because Japan is mostly a cash society.
Which is funny because of like everyone like, oh, you can just tap to pay. I'm like, I have money cash right here.
I have cash. I still like I'm still trying to break myself out of PayPal and shit. I got used to like the convenience of plastic.
I'm trying to find a more secure version of plastic, but I'm finding as FTX dies that it's being thrown away very fast.
It's killing crypto.
Yeah.
Crypto wasn't a scam, but there were a lot of scams within crypto, and it's killing crypto.
Yeah, which is an issue.
But
whoever survives this will be the strongest fucker on the field. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So here we are again with the same guys getting arrested for the same thing on a different. After you were caught once, you probably should have said, "Listen, I have information for another thing. Would you cut down my sentence if I gave this to you?"
The way things are going, they're gonna voluntarily give up information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
That's ridiculous. It's gonna lead to who killed Epstein.
Anyways, I was trying to make a seppuku joke, but it didn't necessarily translate.
I was making a Hillary Clinton joke. Translated just fine.
Let's
go next. What's next? Where are we next? We're on
Armored Core 6 got revealed at the Game Awards.
So what's funny about the Game Awards is no one watched the Game Awards for the Game Awards, but everyone watched the Game Awards for the ads at the Game Awards.
Yeah,
there were some great ads.
Everyone watches for the ads. They don't actually watch who wins what.
See, I just wait until Twitter gives me the ads because a lot of these companies will put their ads as commercials on Twitter, and I'll sit there and I'll watch them there.
Yeah.
Like literally the hour after the Game Awards. So I got to watch this on Twitter. I was like, oh, this is cool. Which great news, everyone. The ads apocalypse on Twitter is done. People are coming back and spending a lot of money on ads on Twitter because, it's where people are.
It's where people are.
Sorry. I know you tried, activists. It's okay. Your dad also thinks you're a failure.
Anyway, so Armored Core 6 is coming out. I think we got another one.
Fairy Fencer F. So Fairy Fencer F is the sequel to Fairy Fencer. You can get Fairy Fencer on the Switch, but it's the original. It's a port of the PS3 game.
Yeah.
And Fairy Fencer plays like a Neptunia game.
Yeah.
So, I'm very happy with Fairy Fencer F coming out. What I was surprised was the number of Armored Core people on Twitter, because like Armored Core never made it online, so you would have like maybe one or two friends who would play, and you guys would just make robots and fight each other.
Yeah.
Now with Armored Core 6, I can enjoy making a robot to battle with for 2.5 hours, get my ass kicked in half an hour in like 30 seconds, and then start over.
Yeah,
because it's Armored Core. That's how that works.
That's how it works.
That's how it worked. Well, this is the sequel to Fairy Fencer. I'm very happy with that. Like Fairy Fencer was a tropey fun game if anyone played it.
So it's coming out it's a little frustrating that it's like, oh, it's coming out in spring 2023. It's like, give me a date, damn it.
Give me a date. Spring 2023 for remakes or remasters is normally April.
Yeah.
So, but they're probably giving themselves a little wiggle room in case.
Little wiggle room.
in case something happens, the port doesn't happen correctly. There's issues with whatever.
Cool. So
What's next?
just in time for me to arrive back. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection has a April 2023 release date.
Woo! I'm very happy about this. I like the Battle Network games because, okay, it wasn't a Mega Man game. It was very much like playing Mega Man. God, how can I explain this? You were on a 9-point grid, and the enemy was on another 9-point grid. And you'd move Mega Man around while collecting bits and cards and killing the enemy with powers from your bits and cards.
So it's Mega Man RPG, but
action RPG. But yeah,
yeah,
it's Mega Man Kingdom Hearts, the memories or whatever.
Okay. You explained this to me before, and yeah.
And you were like, I'm not sure about this. I liked the game. I enjoyed it. I think it probably worked really well because it was a DS game.
Probably.
I will pick this up and be very disappointed. I'll be like, oh.
It's going to be on Windows, PC, Switch, and PS4. It should work well on Switch.
Yeah. All right, what is next?
Oh, ready for me to fucking rant?
What do we have? Is it Ace Combat? Okay.
No. Melty Blood Type Lumina gets review bombed because of free new DLC characters. What? The reason why they're getting bombed is because they're fake Go characters that are getting added.
Whoa!
Meanwhile, the main character of the fucking series isn't in the goddamn game. The Sinon Eltnomatlagia is not in Type Lumina. And she's the fucking protagonist of the game. Now, I get why she's not in the game. It's because Type Lumina is a prequel to Tsukihime, while the Tsukihime remake, while the original Melty Blood was a sequel to the original Tsukihime. So I get that. It's like, okay, so we can't put her in the prequel, but maybe the sequel we can have a similar story. But no, they're killing the fucking games like, oh, we want more characters. Fake Go. It's like, no, they're like, Fate and Tsukihime exist in the same universe, but there's a separation. That they should only occasionally cross. We shouldn't get constant crossovers.
Well, the problem is people don't understand.
We should get stuff like in fucking Fake Grand Order, where one of the Fake Extra, where one of the berserkers that you have to fight is a raging Arcwade, right? Mm-hmm. We should get little things like that. Or there's I think one of the Melty Bloods, it's mentioned that the maids in Tsukihime, that their lives got fucked up by Kirtsugu Emiya. Right? There should be little connections to say, hey, this is the same universe. This is Type Moon. They exist in the same field. It shouldn't be constant crossing over, though.
Well, the problem is, if it's the same universe,
unfortunately, Fate Go is now a multiverse, and it crosses over with fucking everything.
Yeah. And sometimes it just decides, I'm going to destroy my own universe just to restart it.
It's like, yeah, because it's like, oh, we're not getting enough gacha this month. We're going to blow up the entire fucking multiverse again to bring in the money.
Here we go.
It was much better when Type Moon ran out of money. They just decided, oh, let's sexualize Saber again. Now they've run that into the fucking ground that they have to fuck up their other franchises.
It'll be
okay. Am I gonna get a fucking Kanan crossover? Kanan, which doesn't take place in the Nasuverse, which takes place in our world. Are we gonna get that? Is that going to be part of the fuck? Are we going to get those characters in Fate Go next? And then they're going to be in fucking Melty Blood?
Well, we won't know until the new Fate animated series comes out.
And I'm saying this because I love Fate. Like, I love the idea of these epic heroes going up against each other, right?
I like
And,
the idea of Fate. The problem with Fate is it's been going on for so very
It's
long.
going on so goddamn long that it won't fucking end.
Like, just kill it.
Yeah.
Kill it, please.
They should have wrapped things up with the whatchamacallit movies.
Whatever.
The Heaven's Feel movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were fucking amazing.
They were very well animated. I enjoyed them. They were great. But Fate Go was like, we're gonna keep going. I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep going.
That's because it's gotcha. They got that keeps the company afloat now.
It also doesn't help that the Shiro's family show blew up, and I'm like, why are people watching this? Well, it's Fate characters, okay, and it's slice of life, all right, and Shiro cooks them lunch. I'm like, what?
That's okay. That's okay because that's like an acceptable spinoff. It's like, okay, this can exist, right?
No, it's not, because they have Lancer sitting there with Archer together, volleyballing and like being friends. I'm like, what is this? You're not friends.
No, it's okay because fucking Carnival Phantasm already exists.
All right.
That's okay. That's okay because Carnival Phantasm already exists.
You know who I blame for all this? Bebe. It's all Bebe's fault.
But this is like, come on. If you're gonna they had apparently already done one Fate Go character, and now they're doing 2 more. It's like, well, how about we kind of do like a future thing where you get an okay, you get a Fate Go character and you get an alternate. How about you get the old Sinon out Malazia who's been pulled through? Like, oh, what's this new fucking world? Why am I here?
Well, they aren't going to do that. So
or like you're a fighting game. Do some Mortal Kombat shit.
What is next?
That's it.
That's it? All right. We are pretty much on time.
Yeah.
All right. Bless you. Bless you.
Going back and forth between Ohio and Virginia's. I'm never getting rid of this cough.
It's okay. It'll get worse when you go to Japan.
Which sucks because they're gonna say, "Oh, Westerner with COVID." It's like, no, I don't have fucking COVID.
I don't have COVID. It's really fucking humid here. I can't get rid of this cough. What was it? It was God. Yeah, I was telling you before, like your sweet tooth is gonna hit you all at once because there's no. The food is great in Japan. I love the food. My problem is I need something drastically sweet while I'm there. Otherwise, my body freaks the fuck out.
It's because you're starting to get that keto flu.
Yeah. And so, like, if I'm there for...
Which is weird. You're getting keto flu. You're getting keto flu even
while eating lots of rice.
While eating fucking rice.
Well, I'm eating a ton of rice. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
That's which is fucking sideways. That shows how much fucking sugar we have in our food here in the U.S.
That's true. Very much true. That's all right. I just remember that going on. And I have decided to name the morning thing where I will hopefully have our coffee brand coffee. No, our brand of coffee at Katsucon. I'm gonna call it Cosplay Coffee and Donuts. And we're gonna do that. We're going to do that probably Saturday morning.
Cool.
I'm going to figure out when. Cause I have the time for Cryptids, which is Saturday night at 8:30. So I can promote Cryptids and promote the coffee brand and talk with people. It's really all that I really want. Yeah.
Yep.
It's really all that's there for. And you've got Brain went somewhere. And then I just need the time for my Anime History X panel, and I'll know when I can do the Church of Horny party. So that's all I need. I need to know, when is this panel? Like, when is this? Because if it's on Friday, I can do it on Saturday. If it's on Saturday, I'll do it Friday night. It's kind of it, you know?
Yeah.
And
if you're going to Katsucon, I do recommend going to Anime History X.
It is a fun panel.
It's a fun panel. It's somewhat disturbing at times, but fun panel.
I tell people these will be AVs and anime movies you might have seen, you might not have seen, but these are the ones that can never be made again. And here's why.
Here's why.
Here are the reasons why.
Here's why.
I remember the last one I showed. At the end of the very first clip, the guy goes, "The hell was that?" And I go, "You hear what he said there? You say that throughout the entire movie. The entire movie."
I'm tempted to fucking like just sit down and watch it just to see if it's as much because I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
It is a weird clusterfuck of a movie, and I say this as a guy. I like Buckaroo Banzai. I've watched it multiple times. I've enjoyed it each time. I could not, for the life of you, tell you what happens in that movie. It's like watching that. I'm just like I'm not sure.
Except dark and shit.
Except darker stuff with sex and tentacles.
Yeah.
And I'm like I enjoyed this movie. I don't know what the fuck I watched. I don't know what the fuck I just watched.
Like people joke about Evangelion with that. It's like, no, you know what happens in Evangelion.
No, in this it's like I don't know why she's getting railed by three guys. I don't understand.
But it's not porn. There's a reason for this. I just don't understand that reason.
I can tell you the reason is they're supposed to be protecting some special being, which is supposed to keep the human and demon world from combining into a singular thing, which demons can just come and go as they please. And somewhere along the way, these two create the savior or something. I don't really get it. But I'm just like, wait, so they bang everyone else and then themselves? Except they never get to that part.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what was the point of the gangbang? I don't understand. What are you trying to get her pregnant or not? I'm so confused.
Anyways.
Oh, are you excited for Christmas? I'm excited for Christmas. Do you know why?
Why?
It's time to watch Toradora again. Those of you who need a Christmas anime to watch, Toradora. For those of you who need a Christmas anime to watch and you're horny, Kiss X Sis.
There's also the Lavina Christmas special.
Kiss X Sis. If you really want to hate yourself.
Oh, speaking of hating myself, as I was loading up my truck this morning, to come back down south with a chunk of my worldly possessions, because yeah,
off to the land of the rising sun.
Anyways, so my neighbor just like walks out and was like, "Yeah, I would just watch this anime, Usagi Drop. It was wholesome as shit, but I heard there's a manga. Should I read the manga?" It's like, no, you'll hate yourself. No,
never watch the manga. Don't do it.
No.
Right. People are still retweeting that. I'm assuming I got that blue check mark. I in fact did a double check. Either that or someone took notice of my pictures and really liked them, which is nice too.
That's also nice.
You know, I did do really good work on these photos, and people are like, "Oh yeah, that sunbeam's totally photoshopped in." I go, "Nope, that is me just taking the picture." No, you have like one of those bloom things on your camera. Nope. I did that on purpose. I don't have that on my camera on purpose, because if I want to have a sunbeam, it's more of a pain in the ass for me to put that on and off my camera than me to just do this over my camera. That's just me.
Working with nods and working with nods and working with flare shells taught you a thing or two about optics.
Well, that and flashbangs. Those were always fun. And what else? I swear there was something we wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what the hell it was.
I don't remember.
It was something stupid. Have you heard anything from Zenkai-Con yet?
I haven't.
Oh wait, you're not going.
I'm not going.
That's right. Never mind.
They run the shit at PhilCon, so they're not going to send me anything because they know I'm not going.
Right, and I'm waiting to hear back from them.
It's like, hey, you want to do PhilCon? And I said, I'm preparing to go to Japan. No, I would love to do it next year, but this year, no.
See, I sent them our entire catalog. No, that's a lie. I did not send them one thing.
What did you not send them?
The topless modeling pose one, because
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
because their rule was the speakers and the hosts cannot get naked. I'm like, okay, so I can't do this one,
I can't do that.
and the rest is good. The rest is good, especially anime fetishes, the complete guide.
Oh Lord.
Listen, it's not my fault. Everyone else is dirty degenerate. My fetish is very clean and simple. Tan lines.
You said you judge yourself for that.
I do, because I didn't like them as a kid, and now I do. And I'm like, what happened? What happened there? Where did I go wrong? I don't understand. Like, I used to think, like, that's weird, because girls would have a different bikini than like the following week, and you'd have tan lines, and I would go, that's weird. Why do you have tan lines? Why not just wear the same bikini? My thought process. Now, as an adult, I go, ooh, skin that has never seen the sun. No one has ever seen this. Anyways, this has been the Geek-Posium. We will see you guys next week, where I may or may not have stickers and things. I may or may not have other things. I'm currently enjoying the absolute madness that is MagFest 21+, because everyone suddenly needs a girlfriend.
Oh Lord.
And I am very...
Are you going to just go to MagFest just to troll people?
No, I'm not. I don't have the money or the time.
Yeah.
If I had one or the other, I would.
I've had multiple people hit me up now. It's like, hey, are you going to MagFest? Like, no, I'm going out of the country. Like, hey, are you coming back down from Akron to go to MagFest? Like,
no.
One, that's the beginning of the semester. That's kind of a busy time. No. Two, I'm out of the country.
See, for me, it's people have offered to give me floor space. And I'm like, I appreciate. I'm not planning on going down. I have other things going on, and like Katsucon and MagFest are too close together. I can do one or the other.
One or the other.
And while I like MagFest, Katsucon's more my business.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather do that. I am. Oh, I remember now. It was I've been noticing a severe drop in the quality of content of OnlyFans girls, specifically girls who used to do like cosplay content, and I'm realizing that this all happened post-COVID.
People are working again.
I think that their cameraman's gone now, and so no one's there editing their stuff, making them look good, and they probably aren't willing to pay anyone to do it.
I was about to say, well, there's a business opportunity, but not willing to pay anyone.
I've already offered. People are like, no. I'm like, all right, fine. Well,
all right.
I offer to this, and then I have other people who are like, are you looking for people? I go, I would glad if you give me distribution rights or anything along those lines. I'm willing to license out your stuff. I'm willing to buy a license to publish your stuff. But people don't understand this concept of I want rights.
Yeah, you want to be able to publish.
You don't want to just buy content? No, I want to publish.
I want to publish content.
I'm here as a businessman trying to do business. My Hulk Hogan mustache is coming in very nicely though. It's just like you can tell, like I'm building it down.
You're building it.
Soon I will just whoop, and then I'll be like, "Let's hear, brother." This has been the Geek-Posium. We are prepared for Christmas. We will end our time with a little Christmas song.
走れソリよ風の